How's it going, people? It is Liam Caddison here, and we are reacting to Lucifer as we get into episode number 9 of Season 5 as we kickstart the second half of this season, which has been very, very fantastic so far. And I'm excited to see how things do start out for this second half, because we ended on a very gobsmacking moment with the appearance of God. We have finally got God in our company. We've had close moments before. Of course, there was God Johnson, and of course we heard him in the Once Upon a Time episode. But now we have him right here, right now, and I'm excited to see what does happen. I'm not sure if he's going to be sticking around for the season, or if he's going to be telling everyone to just cool off, especially Michael, stop being a little bitch about things. But still, his presence, it's been a thing that I think a lot of fans have been anticipating. So his presence in the closing moments of the last episode, which, followed a very epic fight with Amenadel versus Michael and Lucifer and Maze. His appearance is just breathtaking, and I'm excited to see how things roll on in this episode. So yeah, why don't we get into episode number 9 of season 5 for Lucifer? Let's go.
Michael impersonated me, tried to ruin my life, kidnapped the woman that
He was stirring shit.
He is behind every bad thing that's ever happened to me. Well, everything apart from you.
Ooh.
And for someone who's supposed
Isn't
to
God
be
Pro
omniscient,
Decaster?
it's amazing that you never actually see that. And apparently never will.
Oh, now this won't do at all.
Oh, look how proud he is. And we're back. Yeah, just everything happened.
Detective, I'm sorry. I needed to get away. I couldn't take it anymore.
Oh, Chloe's gonna
People
get the
telling
wrong
me what to do. Especially
idea.
No, detective, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I pushed you too
I
far,
just
and
wish
it
you would
wasn't
stop
fair
being
of me to
cryptic,
do that, and
Lucifer.
I get why you ran away.
But that's not what...
When you're ready, I'll be ready to listen. Okay?
Well, here we are again, folks. Normal service has resumed.
Who's the cutest little baby? Yes, it's you.
That's right.
And we were all worried about Charlie.
My angel baby is technically God's grandkid.
Yep.
Do you need a drink? Water? Wine? It's all the same to you.
You do? Hell yeah. See, all you have to do is introduce me to all of the suspects. And whichever one I'm most attracted to, bam! That's your killer. Ella. Hey. I'm
Dark
today.
humor. Oh,
Picker. Might as
but
well use
that
it.
hurts.
Good,
That
right?
really does hurt. She needs a hook.
Because there is absolutely no way I am sitting down for anything as absurd or torturous as a family dinner. I've already done my time in hell. Remember?
Oh. I think he's just... All of this is just...
Lucifer.
so much for him,
space.
and
No space
he
needed,
is
I'm right
trying
where
to
I need to
shield
be.
himself.
So,
I thought he was upset with me for rushing him, but he's not.
Chloe!
He's mad at his own family. Of course.
Oh, I love how she knows him so well that she's realised
I should have stayed home.
it's not her. Rightfully so, because it wasn't her.
He died a hero.
Do any of you know anyone who would want to burn the place down?
Yeah, Juan Perez.
And who's Juan?
He is the owner of Hole in Juan.
sorry, you were
He
saying.
needs to be arrested for
Another
that.
mini golf course a couple blocks away.
Well, if Chris wanted to work in mini golf so badly, why wouldn't he just go back to the kingdom?
Because his family was a dysfunctional heap of garbage who made his life a living hell.
I'm sorry for my part.
No, he's right.
Ah,
Awful.
sometimes Lucifer can nail it on the
The
head.
family said that they got along great with Chris.
He wanted a new opportunity.
They're the reason he left in the first place.
Yeah.
Chris couldn't stand being around any of them.
Ate your favorite drink?
That isn't my favorite drink.
We'll see.
She's gonna pretend, no, it's not my favorite drink, but let me make sure.
It's okay.
There we go.
Still think I'm perfect now?
Oh.
You are you. And I never changed that.
Oh.
You know what I think?
God.
I think you messed up when you made demons. When you made me. I think you made a mistake.
Careless in the past, distant. All right, he's been a real ass. But he's our father, Lucifer.
And this is a Menadel of all people saying this.
Almighty, all-powerful dad who will never admit to being anything other than perfect.
But how do you know unless you
He
don't
can
talk
kiss
to
my
him?
imperfect vanished backside.
Downside is you get hurt more easily.
Ain't that the truth?
But the upside is you put so much love into the world, Ella.
That is
Please don't
speaking
let this
truth.
change that. Change you. We need more people like you out there, Ella.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Such thing. We should arrest him for that lie alone.
We heard otherwise.
You have? From who? Was it Larry? Of course it was.
Did Ted tell you?
I have a feel. I don't know. I have a suspicion it's her.
It wasn't enough for you to manipulate your poor, misunderstood brother. You had to ruin his
Especially when,
life
you
as
know,
well.
talking about Mask, you put on this front. Oh, we loved him.
I was smoking pot, okay? It's the only way I can deal with my brothers.
Understandable.
What if someone found out?
Wine.
You know, Larry was always jealous of Chris. If either of those idiots did it, it was him.
I am very suspicious about April.
Michael.
He seems more like an Amenadiel to me.
Unless he's
It was an accident, but I killed my own son.
I don't know.
I see.
Unless he's been
Thank you
blackmailed.
for that. Would you please take his full statement?
Like,
I'll be with you in a
unless,
minute.
like, the family, you know, blackmailed him or something. I don't know.
Lucifer.
Yeah. Amen.
That was beautiful, Linda.
Thank you. I just thanked God for napkins.
It was so much better than I would have done.
Okay.
There's a lot of pressure. God's, it's like the most nerve-wracking guest you could have.
Isn't
God.
this great, wonderful meal with family?
Oh, Dick!
Samael, Michael. But you boys had other ideas.
You know, I'm glad you persuaded me to come, brother. Like you said, it's worth it, even if Dad has been a real ass.
Oh.
Explains it. As always, super clear. Thanks, Pops. What are you even complaining about, Lucifer? You got your own kingdom as a reward for bad behavior.
Menadel just necked that. I don't blame him at
Is that
this
how you see
moment.
it? Being forced to torture souls for hundreds of thousands of years was an added
Not as
work.
rosy, Michael.
Showing the same face, the same bloody shoulders, except you had a chip on yours so big you managed to self-actualize it. There's nothing wrong with him, don't be fooled. You have no one to blame but yourself.
They acknowledged
for
it.
who you are.
Lucy!
Oh, I blame you plenty.
Michael!
Of course you do, you petty little children.
Ooh!
Wasn't sure you still had it in you.
All I wanted was a nice family dinner. But apparently that's too much to ask.
It is for TV. I've never had a family dinner on TV that's gone smooth.
A bad father. Well done, Doctor. You're as insightful as ever.
No, that wasn't exactly what I was saying. As usual.
Yes, as usual,
Come on,
Lucifer's
brother.
taking things in
Would
a
you
different
treat Charlie
direction.
the same way Dad's treated us?
Well,
Be honest, please.
I'm sorry, Dad, but I hope not.
I mean, if all the apples are bad, maybe it's the tree that's the problem.
Holy
I'm sorry you feel
shit.
that way.
answer honestly, like, what his true sentiments are and how he's been...
If I have to tell you, then I really have failed.
Oh. So then, people.
More wine?
Double on it. Double on... No, triple on it.
Then you should go. I've decided to stay here a little bit longer.
Hey, yes!
Then I will stay with you.
I don't think that would be a good idea.
What?
Go!
What do
Shoot!
you say, Father?
Michael, you are no longer welcome on Earth.
You're grounded from Earth!
Chris caught you, didn't he?
We struggled. He hit his head on the concrete
Oh, shit.
before I could do anything.
It was too late. He was already...
Fire was everywhere.
He was already,
It burned
the main
so
meal on the
fast.
barbecue.
Died protecting the kingdom. Protecting us.
Looks like self-sacrifice runs in the family, eh?
Guess so.
Apple tree.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. He made that mention about the apple on the tree.
Right. Right. And you...
I think she's the light in this
You deserve
situation
those
for him.
3 words back. But the truth is,
Come on.
I'll never be able to say them to you. As depressing as that is, it explains so much.
You know what?
But
I'm
it
just
also
done.
means, like him, I am incapable of love.
No! Don't say that!
Lucifer, I know you.
I ever said those 3 words to you,
Would they be...
it would be a lie.
I hate it here. I really do hate it here. This is hell. This is really, really, yeah. This is hell. You know, just when you thought you'd won, oh my god. Man who finds hope loses it again. That's it. That's what I'm feeling right now with Lucifer saying that, and the sad thing is, it's because of his assumption that God doesn't love him, and because he's picked up the apple doesn't fall far from the tree mantra. He believes that he too would be incapable of saying those words with honesty. So it's heartbreaking, it's devastating, and the sad thing is, I think God does love all of his children. I just think that with him being who he is, it's a bit more complex emotionally, if that makes sense. He is not as I mean, he's clearly... I feel like this episode, we've seen him being clearly, loving, especially when he went to confront Charlie. But this is all on the matter on if he loves his children. And I think the fact that he says does it need saying? He does love his children, but he is saying with Lucifer feeling burnt by God that if you have to ask me that, then I failed. And it's a crushing blow for him. So, but he's not going. You don't expect him to just break down and whatnot. Like I said, there's a lot of complexity. There's a lot of complexity emotionally, and that's reverberated to. That's done a bit of a kicker to the children of God, because they're not. Well, I say they're not like it, but Lucifer senses that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and that he can't be like he can't be what Chloe wants him to be, and that's someone who can say those 3 words. And it's a very, very heartbreaking, I guess, epiphany that Lucifer has. So, but I'm hoping they resolve this, because Lucifer is clearly he has been capable of love. It's just that this interaction with God has made him convinced that, yeah, he doesn't. But, you know, you go back to the whole prophecy thing, and he realized he was wrong about Eve because of his love with Chloe. So I'm hoping that there comes a realization that Lucifer was foolish with those with that final bit, and that he does love Chloe. But it is very, very, devastating as well. So yeah, but at the end of the day, I think God is capable of love. I think he is able to love his children and everything. I think that's the case for me. It's just that, like, with who he is, with his perfection, with his stance, and I guess the universe, him being God. I don't know, with him being the all-knowing God, it creates a complexity emotionally. I don't know. That's the vibe I'm getting, because it's not like God's gonna be evil or whatever. Maybe, who knows? No. No, I think he does, love, but it's just he just has a hard time showing it, if that makes sense. So and because of that, you have the children who just feel burnt by God. So yeah, it is a very, very sad situation. I mean, that was one of the great things about that dinner scene. There was quite a few bits that was great, but the great thing is it wasn't just solely focused on dramatics. It was very, very heartbreaking as well, because you have Lucifer saying, "You don't love us, do you?" And the fact that you can't answer a yes or no question, just validates my point. But like I said, I think it's more so of a case of God saying, does it need to be said if I love you? Although all the children have had their experiences about why they feel burnt by God. But in God's mind, I think it's clear as day that he does love his children. But of course, it's a two-way street, isn't it? So, yeah, but I am also really, really glad that they are like opening the door for flaws to emerge with God. Like, yeah, he might be perfection and all that, but he is not. There's no impossibility of him, being without flaw, like him having flaws. So I do really like the idea that, whereas we have this perfect, omnipotent character that's appeared, that's now going to be a part for this portion of season 5, seemingly, he still does have his flaws. So yeah, and at the end of the day, nobody's perfect. Even if you're told, I guess, you're perfect, because he did say that to Maze, and Maze does have her flaws, but as I said, this is a great thing that God has flaws, and yeah, hopefully we'll be able to go over the course of the season. He'll be able to try to rectify things and maybe leave Earth on a better note than for his children. So yeah, but we shall wait and see about that one. But yeah, this was a pretty neat episode. It obviously wasn't going to be as anything dramatic as the last episode, but it was still very, like, there was still a lot of great moments, a lot of great lines that came out, and there was that heightened tension, especially at the dinner table. I just really loved how that was shot, about how Lucifer just went off, and the acting from Tom Ellis was just really incredible, just from both the from the Lucifer and Michael end of things. And I just love how I felt for Linda. She was just in the middle of this, and Amenadel just decided, okay, let's down a glass, because this was getting hairy. And I don't know, like, when Lucifer was dropping bombs, you could, I don't know if it was me, but I could tell when he decided to turn his attention to God and ratted him out for his flaws. I don't know, there felt to be a defeated atmosphere, and I think that plays on well with the whole does it need to be said that, on If I Love You or Not. So I feel like there was that defeated atmosphere, as if God got kicked in the stomach, and yeah, it does add a sense of heartbreak, but also from Lucifer and Co's perspective as well, about how they feel burnt by him. So yeah. Speaking of burnt, Chris, I'm kidding. Yeah, the crime of the week was interesting. I thought it was going to be one of the siblings, to be fair, especially with the way that the woman sibling, I think it, I've forgotten her name, but the way she was acting left me really, really suspicious. And then there was this talk about masking and emotions, and I was just thinking maybe she could be masking about, oh, we loved him or whatever. So, Crime of the Week was decent. I really, really felt so bad for Ella. Like, she even made a little bit of a dark humor joke regarding herself, which is really, really sad, especially given how recent things are regarding Pete being discovered to being a serial killer. But what I really loved is her scene with Dan, and how Dan, it was really, really powerful for him to say, to not just delve back into that positivity lifestyle that he earlier this season adopted, but also told Ella that you're perfect, and the world needs more people like you. And that is true. The world definitely does need more people like Ella, because Ella is amazing, and I've loved Ella, like, from the get-go, and it's just really heartbreaking with Ella being put in this situation. She thought she found the right person, but the truth really hit hard, and it's created a bit of a dent for her. And yeah, so, but I really liked Dan trying to pick her up, and he had some really, really beautiful words to say to Ella, so yeah. And then there's, of course, Maze. I really thought the scene with Maze and God was pretty amazing. And I am hoping that God's message to Maze regarding you're perfect the way you are does build out to be something more, because of course Maze took that as, okay, well, that's a rejection, and have you seen me? I don't think this is as good as it's gonna get. I'm hoping though that it does lead to, like, that God's comments, it will lead to something brighter for Maze, and like that she secretly has a soul already, or whatever, or Eve coming back, I'm just saying. Whatever the case, I'm hoping that this is like some kind of foreshadowing for things to come for Maze, that things are looking up for Maze, so fingers crossed. But it was very devastating when Maze, retaliated back to God, because she's damning herself with the fact that she has no soul, and her saying to him, maybe you should have maybe reconsidered your ideal of demons. Yeah, so things hopefully on the up for Maze, and that God's comments foreshadow something. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. I I also really loved how Chloe, like, it was really amazing with, the opening bit, because at first you thought, okay, well, this is going to be a dramatic thing throughout the episode where Chloe thinks that she is the problem. But then she deduced that Lucifer was ranting about family, and she's like, it's not about me, it's regarding family, because he translates his issues into the murder case. And I just really, really loved that. Like, it kind of feels like the show is kind of self-aware in a sense, but also how Chloe has recognized who Lucifer is, and I would say you could see that love growing, but bloody Lucifer. So we'll have to see if Lucifer does retract his comments regarding how he's incapable of love, because he is. It's just that he believes that if God isn't capable, then I'm not capable. But Amenadale is capable. So, yeah. We'll just have to wait and see what does happen. But it was really, really good. Michael is definitely coming back at some point. He's been banished, but you think that's going to stick? Think not. So, yeah. But yeah, I really thought that this was a really, really neat episode. A very intense dinner scene. It got a lot more emotional than I expected it to be, because like I said, like when it comes to television and dinner scenes, that's when shit hits the fan. And it definitely did in this episode, so yeah. But yeah, very, very neat stuff with this episode of Lucifer. And yeah, God's sticking around, so I'm excited to see more of him, and hopefully a bit more of development as well, like especially with that dinner scene and seeing how he can grow as well. But hopefully Dexter can... What am I saying? We just got baited. We were just in that perfect little, like, oh, we won, and then a few episodes later, Lucifer's like, I don't think I could ever say I love you. So, what do we have to do to have some happiness with Dexter? I have no idea. I'll sell my... Maze can have my soul, okay? I'm emotionless anyway. No, I'm kidding. I'm really looking forward, though, to seeing what the rest of the second portion of Season 5 is going to provide us with. So, yeah. But I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!